is how I'm dealing with the ridge cap and the end caps here. You can see I've got this one on here. I need to put a couple more screws in it. I've got just enough screws on here right now to hold it in place while I'm working. And let me get down here a little bit so I can show you what I've done here is put the gable caps or end caps right here underneath the ridge cap, and I bent this across the top. I cut it at an angle before I bent it in a way that it would land 90 degree like that. I haven't put any caulk on it or anything yet because I've got to put another piece down this side. You can see still that these screws that are on the roofing panel, these right here near the end, are going to get covered up with this end cap, and then they'll have their own screws. These are the only ones I'm not really worried about putting a little bit of silicone on because they're much less likely to have water intrusion. And of course they have their own little gaskets. Here you can see some of the screws that I put in the ridge cap and on the panels. In a previous video, I went into detail about exactly where I placed all my screws and why, and how I did my prep work before going up on the roof so that I can minimize ladder time and minimize on the roof time. And before I can put this up, I had to do the corners down there, and I had to do this trim right here as well, because the tip of that comes and overlaps what I've been doing on the corners. And you can see that better over here where I haven't put the gable cap or end cap on yet, because I've got my drip edge comes over here, and I made it long so I could cut it and fold it. And then I make this piece right here that caps the corner, and I shove it up underneath. I cut and make this piece of 1x, line that up with the trim that goes across here that covers that little gap between the siding. I put silicone underneath these before I put them up, and between the boards before I put them up to prevent water intrusion. That one I forgot to pre-paint that little cut edge right there, but on these other ones I did. I even put some paint on the inside of the board here a little bit, but not enough. I wish I'd have put a little bit more paint on the inside of the board right here, because when I put my fascia board up and screw it to the bottoms of these extra 2x4s that I put, it's going to come all the way to, and there's still going to be that bottom little part of that can be seen from this angle. So if I'd have pre-painted it, I wouldn't have to reach up in there and paint it after the fact. All the screw heads that weren't already white, I pre-painted. I just used a piece of cardboard to set them out and put 3 or 4 coats on them. Left them to dry overnight. Oh, and I capped these corners off before I put any of that stuff on finishing off these corners. So it actually goes the drip edge first, then the rest of the roofing, then this long corner cap here, then this piece of wood, then this corner cap, then I can put the edge trim or gable trim. And I had left the ridge cap without these 2 screws on the end so that I could slip it up underneath there and wouldn't have to wait until I've got this up before I could put the ridge cap on. That way, in case it rains, it wasn't raining down in the ends and running up underneath the roofing. And as you can see here, I still don't have the screw here because I need to put that piece there, and I just slipped up underneath there. And this piece I'll cut to go from the end all the way up to here, so it'll overlap all of this and be underneath this. So the water will go from this to the piece that's from here all the way down. This is a solid piece from here up and all the way down. And I will come back and caulk this, even though this goes way up under here that you can't see, but it's cut in such a way it goes way up underneath here. So there shouldn't be any water intrusion at all. If you do any of this differently, just let me know in the comments below, and let everybody else know in the comments below what you think I did right and what you think I could do better. Next video is either going to be putting this fascia board underneath here or building the doors. To find out which one, click on the link in the corner, or just click on the link for the entire playlist of building this whole thing from ground up and see if I managed to make it under budget of $2,800 for this 12x16 shed that they charge over $6,000 for at Lowe's. Of course, at $6,000, I would have had also finance it, and then with financing fees and everything, you know, that usually adds anywhere from 50 to 100% over the course of the loan. So $6,000 would have quickly turned into $9,000, or maybe even more than $10,000 by the time I made all the payments.